Ryan is an American exchange student who recently moved into an old apartment in a quiet neighborhood. The apartment is located in a dilapidated building with peeling walls and long, dimly lit hallways. The faint glow of weak light bulbs barely illuminates the corridor, and a musty scent lingers in the air, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The floorboards creak underfoot, as if whispering secrets from the past. Shadows stretch unnaturally in the flickering light, creating fleeting illusions of movement where there should be none. Ryan's room is small but tidy, furnished with a single bed, a study desk near the window, and an old wardrobe with a mirror that always seems to reflect something slightly off. The main door is made of dark wood, sturdy but worn by time, with deep scratches near the handle, as if someone had tried to claw their way out. At night, the apartment sinks into an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional chirping of insects outside the window and the soft, almost imperceptible sound of breathing that isn't his. The first night passes uneventfully, but on the second night, at exactly 3 a.m., Ryan is startled awake by 3 soft knocks on his door. The sound is deliberate, rhythmic, too precise to be accidental. He waits, holding his breath, expecting to hear footsteps retreating. But there is nothing. The silence stretches unnaturally, pressing against his ears. When he finally opens the door, the hallway is completely empty. No one is there. The air outside is colder than it should be. A shiver runs down his spine, but he dismisses it and goes back to bed. The knocking continues every night, always at 3 a.m. Sometimes the knocks are slow and deliberate. Other times they come urgently, like a desperate plea. One night he swears he hears a faint whisper accompanying them, a voice just on the other side of the door, whispering his name. Feeling uneasy, Ryan sets up a camera outside his door to catch whoever's knocking. The next morning, as he reviews the footage, a chill runs down his spine. No one appears on the screen, yet the knocking is clearly heard. Even more disturbing, for a fraction of a second, the video distorts, and a pale, translucent face flickers into view, staring directly into the lens with hollow, pleading eyes before vanishing. Terrified, Ryan begins researching the history of his apartment. He uncovers a disturbing story. Years ago, a young woman named Lily had lived in his room. One night, she vanished without a trace. The police never found her body, but neighbors claimed to have heard faint knocking at 3 a.m., the very phenomenon Ryan is experiencing. As the nights progress, the presence becomes more aggressive. His wardrobe door creaks open on its own. The mirror in his room fogs up with breath from an unseen presence. One night, he wakes up to find his bed sheets pulled halfway off, as if someone had been lying beside him. Panicked, Ryan decides to move out immediately. But on his last night in the apartment, the knocking returns. This time, instead of opening the door, he nervously asks, "Who's there?" A weak, trembling voice responds from the other side. "Please, help me." The words are barely a whisper, but they send ice through his veins. His hands tremble as he hesitates before finally opening the door. Instead of finding someone standing there, he feels a cold gust of air rush past him, carrying the faint scent of something decayed. On the floor, an old crumpled note appears, scrawled with shaky handwriting. "I'm here. Find me." That night, he doesn't sleep. He sits awake, watching the door, heart pounding. Just before dawn, the scratching begins. Long, ragged scrapes against the wood, more frantic this time. A muffled sob echoes from the other side. But when the sun rises, all is silent again. The story ends with the police being alerted to Ryan's eerie discovery. Weeks of investigation lead to a horrifying truth. They unearth human remains buried in the basement of the building. It is Lily. It appears she had been murdered and hidden away for years. When the truth finally comes to light, the knocking at 3 a.m. ceases forever. But has it really ended? That night, in a different apartment down the hall, a new tenant stirs awake. The clock reads 3 a.m. Knock, knock.